Hey everyone, this is Borvak. Been a little while, but I want to do a quick review of Ghost Spider issue number 51. I guess they're doing. I just noticed that it's like a reboot, so it's like issue number 1, but they're doing the legacy numbering as well. Freaking make up your mind, Marvel. Whatever. So it's just Ghost Spider now, which I don't know what I think about the name. But it's better than Spider-Gwen, I guess. Anything's better than Spider-Gwen. The first thing I want to say is this cover is a lie. I mean, I know this is comic books, but Miles Morales doesn't show up here. Okay, I guess that's the main lie. There's no Miles Morales, and I don't know why he would wear a hoodie over his costume. That's the dumbest idea ever. I like that Oliver Queen is here. That's good. He's not in the comic either, though. I do find it interesting that she's apparently wearing a sports bra in this image because she's got nothing going on up here. Where in the comic, that's not the case at all. Not to be the one who obsesses over chest size, but I don't know why. I don't know why you'd have that inconsistency. We'll jump right into the story. Enough reviewing the comic. We start off with Mary Jane is having a fight with her band and decides she's going over to the 616 universe to hang out. So one thing about the Spider-Gwen series, I think the Spider-Gwen thing started out back when Dan Slott was doing the Spider. I don't remember if it was Spider-Verse or Spider. No, it was Spider-Verse, I think. When he created the alternate version of Gwen Stacy became Spider-Man, and she's been popular ever since. Whether she's actually popular or fake popular, I don't know. They couldn't come up. She was like Spider-Girl in her dimension, but to not confuse her with Spider-Girl, they called her Spider-Gwen in like the meta Spider-Verse or something. I'm glad they finally came up with a unique name for her, but she lives in an alternate universe, and one of the last things they did in that book, I think it's rebooted several times now, but one of the last things they did in the most recent reboot was that her identity was revealed in that dimension, so everyone knows she's that Gwen Stacy is Spider-Girl or Ghost Spider or whatever they're calling her in that dimension. Everyone knows, and so she's escaping to the 616 to go to school and have a normal life while all her friends and family live in the whatever numbered universe she's from. And I guess that's what they were setting up. I kind of wondered where they were going to take that whole, revealing the identity thing. That's kind of hard to go back from. But I'm getting distracted here. She has a fight with the Mary Janes, her band. They don't want her to leave. She's like, hey, brah, I got no choice. Everyone knows who I am. I gotta go, I gotta finish school, and I gotta do it somewhere where people don't know who I am. I will say, by the way, the Mary Janes, they really missed an opportunity there. I know that universe's version of Mary Jane is the leader of the band, but they spelled it they spell it Mary, Mary. It should have been Merry. Then it could have been like a play on words, like they're the Mary Janes, like Jane being like a like slang for girl, and Mary being happy, as opposed to just like they're Mary Janes, like the person. So missed opportunity there. I do like the art here. I'm not honestly a big fan of all this pastel stuff, but I do like the consistency of it. If they're going to do it, they're doing it consistently at least. So she jumps over to the 616 universe. Peter Parker's helping her get like a scholarship. Okay, this is my one main complaint with the book. Just every Joe, Steve, and Bob and all of their dogs know about alternate dimensions and just accept it like a normal thing, and Gwen Stacy is just jumping back and forth between dimensions like it's nothing, and I don't know where she's getting the technology. I mean, freaking Tony Stark set up a scholarship for people from other dimensions. but I guess if you accept that premise, it's, whatever. Going back to the other universe, is it Captain George Stacy? He's been away and they're welcoming him back, and he doesn't want a party, and they throw him a party, and that's funny. I do like this little bit here where J. Jonah Jameson comes in. He's like, "Hey, welcome back. By the way, you have a prisoner you need to release," and George Stacy's like, "Oh, by the way, how's your son?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's the guy you're releasing. I'm the mayor." I don't know if the mayor can actually do that, but they got like apparently John Jameson Jr. Is that his son? Is like a werewolf, which I think he is in the 616 too. I don't know. But anyway, after Gwen, gets her scholarship, she has to choose her classes. She's swinging around with Peter Parker, and they come upon some rats, and they take care of the rats. Good superheroing. And then, like, Gwen reveals that her suit is made out of spiders. Retcon this now. Change.org position. That is the dumbest and grossest thing I've ever heard. Peter Parker gives her some dietary advice on apparently her suit, since it's made out of spiders, is a symbiote. So she's eating for two, as it were. See, there we go. She's got like a feminine figure here. I don't know why. Anyway. Again, I don't even want to go there. Anyway, I'm not trying to say anything negative either way. I just don't understand. If your character looks like this, I don't have a problem, but I don't understand the obsession of making a character look like this when she doesn't. But, whatever. I'm not an expert in that sort of thing. So she goes back, she chooses her classes. There's a joke about her not having a cell phone that works in this dimension, which, of course she doesn't. And on her way out, she runs into someone. I gotta come over here and look at this because she's on her way out, and she bumps into a guy who suspiciously does, it kind of looks like Jim Gordon. He has a mustache, and then once she knocks him down, he has a mustache, and then he has like a mustache and a goatee. He's like so surprised in this panel that he grows a goatee out of sheer surprise, and then he gets back up and he recollects himself, and so the goatee is gone. I thought that was pretty funny. And of course, this is Miles Warren from another dimension, because any dimension, nothing means anything anymore. But of course, if you're kind of rebooting, kind of not rebooting a Gwen Stacy character, you got to bring Miles Warren into it. Of course, he's kind of tied to the character ever since the Clone. I want to say the Clone Wars, but the Clone Saga, original Clone Saga. And yeah, that's the issue. Again, main complaint about this book, it kind of trivializes the interdimensional aspect of comics. Yeah, but the book itself isn't bad. If you like Spider-Gwen, or even if you just kind of like Spider-Gwen, I think everyone likes the suit. Now, someone's going to prove me wrong, but I think everyone likes the ghost spider suit. And so if you, like me, were not into the book because you just weren't into the alternate universe stuff, well, surprise, surprise. She's in the 616 now, so it's a more familiar setting, which I like. But it's almost even more alternate universe because it's dimension hopping now, even if the focus is in the 616. So I started that out like it was a positive, and I'm not sure it's a positive anymore. But maybe we can see her clashing with more, 616 characters that we're used to. So that would be my sell, I guess. And obviously it's a kind of number one, so I guess that makes it a jumping on point. Definitely the beginning of a new arc. Meanwhile, I'll cover this in my, if I do a review of Superior Spider-Man, but like there's this whole thing where they have to go through this trouble to even be able to go between dimensions because it's so hard and only one person has the technology, and meanwhile Gwen is going back and forth through dimensions for school every day. I feel like that should be an editorial thing where they make up their minds, but I don't know. Overall, it's an okay issue. For now, I think I'm going to tentatively, well, let's do this dramatically here. I'm going to put this back in the bag and the board. So I'm kind of hemming and hawing on this. There's nothing wrong with this issue aside from my complaints, and the dimensionality is kind of annoying, the dimension stuff. But I'm going to give this one a solid yellow sticker. It's a good yellow sticker. Yellow, grade yellow comic, I think. And that's it, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of wishy-washy on this one, but I'm also out of practice on these reviews, so maybe I'll get a little more succinct as I get back into things. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you like what you saw here, again, go pick up the issue for yourself. You can read it word by word, panel by panel, and page by page instead of having to rely on my obviously superior thoughts. Not superior to yours, but just transcendentally superior to as opposed to non-superior. Read the whole thing for yourself if you like what you saw here. Support your local comic shop. If you don't know where your local comic shop is, do a quick Google search. You can find one online pretty easily. If there are no shops near you, you can always, there are shops online that will ship to you. You can support a local shop even if it's not yours. If you prefer to read digitally, that's always an option too, through Kindle or Comixology, and I'm sure there are other options as well. And I think that's my whole spiel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.